Hello, my crafty friends. That sounds familiar. I love it. That's from Miss Lynn over at Scrap Diva. I still love her. I thank you. This is my first official video, finally. And I thank Lynn for my first 14 subscribers that I have on here. You guys came from her. Thank you so much for joining me. I know it's been a little bit since she told you to do that. And yeah, so finally I said now is about time to get started. And only because I'm starting to do my Christmas crafting now. I have two major shows that I'm preparing for. Actually, both are in November. One is about 2 to 3,000 customers. It's 2 days, a Saturday and Sunday, half days. And then I have a second one the following weekend, which is about 20 to 30,000 customers potential. Of course, not that many, but that many people that will be passing that booth, if anything, right? So I want to make sure that I go with enough inventory and I have a good time. One thing I will say about this channel and me, I do everything as a business first. So crafting is a business for me. Not only is it a business, it's my ministry. So crafting is my ministry and is also my business. So I make things to sell, and for the most part, they are all giftable, right? So you can make things, take the concepts and make them how you want to make them. Totally up to you. And that's the whole thing. We just want you to grab onto the concepts of things and not necessarily try to fully duplicate them. I craft throughout the year for Christmas or for the holidays, whichever one you want to use. But I also purchase items throughout the year as well. And I hang on to things. I don't necessarily buy and use it the same year that I have it. So a few things, like one of the things we're going to work on today, I purchased probably 2 years ago or a little longer. I'm not sure, about 2 years ago at least. So we'll get to that soon. So we're going to do a couple things today in this video. So it might be kind of long. I am not going to edit this video at all. So if you guys want to skip ahead, feel free to skip ahead. But it is going to be thorough with what I'm working on, which I kind of don't know. I know, but I don't know. So, but anyway, we are going to do that. And we are going to do first a quick paper review of some papers that Hobby Lobby brought out last year, 2025, August, I believe. So these are their newer papers. The replacements of a few of the papers we love. I was hoping that I can't get any more, but it is what it is. So you'll find me here. I'm going to try to do a video maybe twice a week. I'm not really sure. But you can catch me on Whatnot. The channel is Eventful, the show. They call it a show, I think, over there. Yeah, it is Eventful_occasions. So you can look for me there. I do live tutorials on Saturdays. And not necessarily a tutorial, but I do live crafting. Let's put it that way. I do live crafting on Saturdays. And I think it's 1:30 or so. Yeah. Occasionally I'll change the time, but I think for now it's usually 1:30 Eastern time if you want to join Whatnot community and find me there. I also sell tools and paper and that sort of thing on Whatnot as well. So you'll see those shows listed once you go to that channel, or that application rather, to find that channel. Okay. So I also want to give some thanks to Sherry over at the Posh Paper Lady. She was my original inspiration. About maybe 10 or 12 years ago. I don't know. Maybe 9 or something like that. But she taught me how to make boxes, and I think it was on from there. That's all I needed, is learn how to make boxes, learn how to put things together. And her channel has great concepts. So you can always head over there if you don't understand something that I'm doing. More than likely, you'll find the concept of what I'm doing on her channel. So it as a full tutorial, I believe, as well. So hopefully I won't lose you, and hopefully you will stay with me as long as possible. And again, feel free to fast forward if you need to at any point in time. So let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to review some papers. And these were papers that came, Hobby Lobby released in 2025, October, at least for where I live. I think it was August or October. I'm not really sure. One of the two. So anyway, I call it their bow collection because just about all of them have beautiful bows on it. This is the first one. And it's silver metallic. And this one is called Silver Bows. Yeah. So that's this one. Absolutely. And this is cardstock, not paper. So that's the first one. And this disco theme with the bows I thought was very pretty as well. And it is called Disco Balls, of course, because that's what it is. Disco balls. Very pretty. And here's this gold to that silver. I'm sure that's what it's called. Yeah, gold bows. And let's keep with the 12 by 12s here. Then this one, Christmas theme, of course. And this one is called Christmas Bows. We're going to actually be using some of that. Maybe. And this one, absolutely love it. Snowman, it's called. We're going to use this one as well. And let's see. How many more here? This one is so adorable. I think Deanna over at Crafty Crafts with Deanna, that's my other sister in Christ, absolutely love her. This one is called Traditional Santas. How beautiful. Very cute. And then we have this one, and it's called Christmas Ribbon Bows. So all of these papers are at Hobby Lobby now, I do believe. And this one is Neutral Ornaments. So I guess that's because of the browns, the neutrals in there. But that's very pretty too. Make sure that's... And I usually buy about 20 at a time because I go through it just that fast. Then we have Christmas sheet music. Oh, actually, this is an old one. This one is from 2016, but it was in my stack. So I'll show you anyway. Then they have these pretty ones. What do we call this? Vintage Christmas. I love the vintage Christmas theme. I think I had Vintage Christmas last year as my theme for the craft market. I'm not sure what I'll do this year. I was thinking of the Snowman, but we'll see. I'll figure it out by October, I guess. So this one is called Vintage Christmas again. Very pretty. Peace and joy. Cute. And that's your 8.5 by 11, by the way. And then this one, also 8.5 by 11. Gingerbread. Pretty pink and browns there. This one, cute. Candy cane with bows. Candy cane with bows is this one. Okay, and I think this is 2022. So I'm sure you all have seen that. And it's 2023. And this one is 2019. So these are some other papers that I have here that we may be using on our project here today once I get started. This is a 2018 paper. All right. So run out and get those if you want to use them. If you want to try to do a little something of what I'm doing here today. And what we are doing today is sort of a secret for you and for me. So what I want to do is I bought these little guys. It's a big one and there's a small one from Walmart. I believe it was a Walmart probably 2 years ago. And they were ornaments. I took the top off and painted it. Well, when I took the top off, some of the white started to show there. So I painted the black back on there. But I do need to put Mod Podge on here to get the shine because I only had a flat paint when I did it. So, but anyway, we'll do that later. So both these little guys were ornaments. And I did not want to use it that way. So I was trying to figure out how I could use it. Then I thought of some sort of box that I wanted to put them on, but couldn't really see the whole opening of the box this way or opening of the box this way, either way. So it had to be something different. So now that's what we're going to try to do. So right now, even though I haven't done it yet, we call it the Snowman topper boxes. So that's what it's going to be. And you guys are going to do this with me. They have glitter on them. Yes. All right. So I decided that the box is going to be, because I didn't want this to be too large. So he is about 7 inches, I believe, 7 or 8 inches. So I wanted the box to be a little shorter than him. So in this case, the box for the large one is going to be 6 by 6 by 4. Okay. And then for this little guy, his box is going to be 5 by 5 by 3. Okay. So I already pre-cut, glitter everywhere. I already pre-cut my chipboard because I needed to do quite a bit of it to save us some time. All right, so we're going to start with the small one. The large one. So these are the 6 by 6 and these are the 6 by 4. Actually, they're 6 by 3 and 11. I already forgot. Yes, I cut them a little shorter. Let's put it that way. Yeah, 15/16. There we go. Wait, sorry. No, that's right. Yeah. 5 by 15/16. Because I did that because I didn't want, once we put this on and the chipboard is sitting on top, I didn't want this to protrude over, have an overhang over that, if you could see that, right? So if you could see how it would look sort of like that when you put it on, and I didn't want that. So I wanted to make sure, I cut it a little small to make sure that once the paper and everything is on it, it will sit flush with the top of that. All right, so that was the whole reason for cutting it shorter. Okay. All right, so the papers, I think I want to, because they go so well, and I think I want to use these two pieces of this as the box, and then we will do maybe the bows as the sides. Yeah, let's see, the bows, or let's try I guess we'll go with the bows. So we'll go with the bows as the sides. So once we put it together, let's say it will look like okay, so this is our front, this is our back, and then we have our middle piece, right? And then these will be our sides. So that's how it's gonna look, right? Good. And it's gonna come up like this. So because it's gonna come up like that, I want to make sure that I don't want to mix those two up. I want to make sure that my paper, because it's directional, that they are right side up. Okay, so we are going to put these bottom to bottom to make sure that they are right side up. All right, and I will use tape for this one. So, oh, my garbage is next to me. We use tape for this, and we are going to put these two together. Okay. So now when it's folded up, they are right side up. There we go. Yes. Okay, good. Hope you guys can see that. Okay. Now we are taking our pieces wherever I put them here. And let's take these. Let's use the 5-inch tape. So that, get more coverage. I just screwed that up. Okay. We are right. It's all right. One thing I do love about crafting is making mistakes, because that's where the beauty comes out. At least in my opinion. I don't know about anybody else, but making a mistake is called, what we call when I was in school, a design element. That was anytime you heard a teacher tell you that something wasn't right when you were sewing it, or something, or it didn't look right, or whatever it is, they would call it a design element. That was their way of being polite. So I like it. Design element. I am a quiet crafter, guys. So I'm going to try my best to remember that I'm recording and I need to talk to you. Right? Oh, let me do the middle piece. Oh, it's already done. See how efficient I am? Every now and then. Every now and then. All right, this side now, Joseph. This side. Okay, so I'm going to start this in the middle because I want to make sure that that seam, that joint piece, is at the bottom of the box. All right, and I don't need a lot of this, so we are going to I just had a thought, guys. Give me a second. I was trying to see if this will actually cover the whole thing, because if it does, then I would not cut it. I would put it in the middle. Let's see. Remember now, we're just starting this thing. No, it's a little bit too short. Although I can put one strip down there, but I don't think I would like that. All right, so let's go back to doing this. Let's go down here as much as we can. I guess about 1 inch from the bottom. Okay, and then we are going to put our side piece on, or front piece rather, in this case. Our front piece. Okay, now I can't get this off. There we go. Okay, and we're going to place that right here. Not too close together, maybe 1/8 of an inch apart. Something like that. Not too wide. So you don't want that gap in your box at the bottom, and it'll start to sit. The sides will sink down a little bit to the bottom. Maybe you've had that problem, I don't know. All right. And then we are going to go there. About there. All right. So we are good there. And now let's cut some of this off so that we don't need all of this. I try to cut these as straight as possible because they are straps and you can use them possibly on this project or any project. Any projects. All right, so that looks about right. Okay, now we're good. Already starting to look like a box. I'm gonna just fold in these sides to get it started. We are mitering these edges, these ends. I'm sure most of you have probably seen this before. Again, I will send you to Sherry to learn if you haven't. She will definitely show you how to do it perfectly. All right. So this paper is not too bad. So we are going to put glue. Use glue. You can use tape. Totally up to you what you use. And again, thanks to Sherry, I also use only reptile glue. Maybe we'll do a collab one of these days. Okay. All right. So I'm just pulling this up a little bit so that I have some really nice ends. Okay. Let's go to this side. Not worry about that. We'll get that in a minute. I just want to at least get it somewhat stuck down. And we'll massage that and get it right where we need it in just a moment. All right, good. And most of this will be covered, so I'm not going to put more glue on it because the other will hold it down. All right. Perfect. Okay. Looking good. All right, so we need a piece in the middle. Let's see if we can work with this. I don't think so. Yeah, it's too thin. So let's see. Okay. I'm gonna have this piece from another one that I did. Let's change this. That is 6, so let's do 5 3/4. And then I can use another piece of that. halfway. Yes, that looks good. All right, so we are going to put some tape down. Yeah, I'm going to put some tape down, and then we are going to glue the edges. All right, let's see where we want to stop this. About right there should be good. Yeah. All right. There we go. Perfecto. All right. Now, I'm not going to, I don't know where my pokey tool is. Yeah, me and nails don't get along when crafting. So usually I would cut them off until I'm ready to do something, go somewhere or something. So I have true crafter's hands, if that's what you want to call them. All right, so we are going to line this up almost perfectly. Nothing's perfect in handmade. All right, that is good. And we are going to lay that down. I like it. And then we have to get our edges done. All right. So let me see if I have a piece that is oriented the same way, which I don't see. And I really didn't want to go in the opposite direction, but I may have to. Oh, my pieces here are not good. Yeah, and I don't want to. I'm going to have to use another piece. Okay. Some of you may not mind the orientation going in. Well, let me see. I kind of don't want to do that, but it may not make a difference so that I don't waste paper. So let's just do that. Let's just do that. And let's cut this at 5 3/4 rather. I think the height is good enough. So 5 3/4, and just enough to cover that is perfect. So let's go right there. Okay. So now we are going to get our edges done. Okay, so that is very close up, so I don't think we need it up there, but I'll check. I think it's good. I believe it's good. All right, so let's go all the way down. All the way down and around. And this side. Okay, I think that's good. And then this one in the middle. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. You can't really tell unless you're looking for it, I guess, that the orientation is different there. Yeah, yeah. I think it's good. I think we are good. All right, let's find this. Bend it up where it needs to be bent up. Okay. All right, looking good already, right? I like it. I like it. Yep. All right. So our sides, and we are just going to test these. Yes. And yes, looks good. Yeah, I like it. Now the sides, I think I want to go with let's go with this one. Yeah. Actually, I don't think the wrap over is going to do well with that. All right. So let's do, which I didn't show you guys and I forgot because I was thinking about using it, then I changed my mind, is this paper from Paper Rose. So Paper Rose has, I don't know if they're still selling this. I bought this maybe 2 years ago, I think. But this one is called Merry Little Christmas Basics. So that's the the other parts of the actual hero set. And these are like a sort of like a wood grain, wood wall kind of look. So this is what it looks like. And this is the opposite side. But they also have some, which that's what I'm looking for, is it has the two colors together. It has the two colors together. And okay, we're going to use this as the sides. So I'm going to make sure I keep those separated. All right, so we need to cut this band off. And I want it to go in this direction. So we are going to do a fold over. Because we only need the top part to be covered. The sides and the bottom will be glued. Actually, to make life a little bit better for me, we are going to cut this to, what's this, a 4? 4, so we can do 4 1/8 just to give me a little space. In case I run off the edge or something, or don't lay it down straight. So 4 1/8, this should be good. Oh, this side. Okay, and all right. Okay, so I'm gonna put this down right at the edge here. I'm actually gonna probably go in the middle a little bit just so I make sure I have my coverage. Even though you won't see the inside, but still, I still want it covered. Okay. So where my pokey tool is. I'll just use this. Okay. On this side. And we're going to wrap this. Now, before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and clean off these edges here. And go up just a little bit so that it doesn't rip when I fold it. Okay. Well, it's probably a good idea to do that while you have the backing on. Yeah, while the backing is on. All right. Now we're going to clean up the whole thing. And there you have it. That's our first side. Perfect. Now let's do our next one. I feel like I just screwed up. I did. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Hope I didn't. Anyway. Okay. Yep, something else we learned in school is measure twice, cut once, right? I think y'all have heard that. I try my best to do that. Measure twice and cut once. Yeah, I don't stick to that, but I try. Okay. Yeah, kind of center it. Don't necessarily need to. Just make sure you don't run off the edge like I was just about to do. So now I gotta make sure we go this way. We are good. Okay, good. Good. All right, so let me clean this off. On this side. And I got a little overhang on the bottom. That's I would need to clear away. All right, so now let's do our tape here. Tape here. Okay, tape is down. Now, I'm gonna lift that because I put it over the one here. I'm gonna take this one off first and then put that down. And then now we can lift that one. Okay. Now let's fold over. And I'm gonna be careful to make sure that this folds end to end because I don't edge the edge because I don't want that to go off. Okay, good. Isn't that adorable? Absolutely adorable. All right. So I think this box is gonna be cute. All right, so this is our slides. Let's look. Let's have a look. Look, see. Yeah, I like it. I do. Make sure that's even. Okay, good. So now let's do our edges here. Yeah, that one don't want to work. So let's try this one. Yeah, neither one wants to work. How lovely. Now we good. Now we good. And the bottom. Again, I should have cleaned that a little bit more closer, but I think it'll be all right. Okay, so we are going to do this. Now, I actually have tools to help me make this box, but I rarely ever use them. I don't know. The whole manual thing just feels better. It feels better. Not that it is better, but it feels better. Okay. Give that a little rub up and push down. Perfect. Now we're going to do this side. Okay. And this side. Y'all have to excuse me. I keep going out of frame. Yeah, I think I need to adjust the camera, but I'm not going to do that right now. Next time. So hopefully you saw what you needed to see. And I say that because this is my third time trying to make this video, so I don't think I'm going to make it a fourth time. Don't think so. All right. Let's see. Now let's put this side on the outside. Outside. So right at the edges, it fits in there nicely. Oops. Right there. Right there. All right, so that's what we're looking like. Yeah. In the middle, inside rather, bottom. I like it. All right, so that's going to dry. And while that's happening, now this top part, which I think, okay, I just want to double check something. Yeah, all right. I wanted to make sure those slide in there nicely. All right. Because again, the idea is in my head, guys. The whole concept, everything. It's up there. And we are going to... All right. So I think this, because it's going to have its own thingamajig, let's do... Maybe we can do that and keep the box going with this. Yeah, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Let's keep the box going with this. So that way I don't have to worry with, oh, I don't know. I kind of like the different looks, but all right, we'll do that. We will keep going with that look. If I have paper left, let's see. I think yeah, we do. Now, well, maybe not. I think this is the only piece I have left, so we may have to go in a different direction because I would need 2 pieces for this as well. All right, so let's do, let's see how that looks. Because that would be on the top. Then it'll actually look like a present. Yeah. Okay, that'll work. So let's do these 2. This is drying. And this needs to be covered back up so it doesn't clog on me again. Okay, so this, now the way this one is set up, Okay, this is also directional, but I don't think it's gonna make a really big difference. Yeah. All right, so let's just do that. Yeah, okay. It is directional, but we can actually keep it in that direction. It's fine. And we are probably going to use this whole thing so that I don't have to do an inside cover. Yeah. Do a lining piece. Alright, so let's match these up. I think we can match these up almost perfectly. Almost. Not quite, but it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, good. Okay, so these three pieces will go in the long direction this way, right? And you can't really get rid of the seam, which I was hoping I would have been able to, but I can't. So you have to go like this, right? And we will do that. And before I do this, I'm thinking to see how best I can get this lined up. So I'm just going to put a small crease here in the middle so I know where I'm at. This is a small one. Okay. And then this I'm going to try to get right in the middle of there. So about there. You can measure it. I'm not going to bother because I do pretty good with measuring. Or eyeballing. Let's put it that way. Eyeballing. All right, so yes, this is good. It looks like my plan is coming together. All right, let's see. Just a little bit, yeah. I'll make sure I'm not too far. Okay, so that looks good. Now, you're working with a big piece here, so I am going to, yeah, we don't even need all of it. Yes. We don't even need all of it. All right, so because we are, let's just measure this. Let's go here. I think that's good. And let's do this side. We're going to cut that, by the way. And not too far over, but right here will work. Yeah. Make sure it's somewhat even, somewhat straight. I'm not going to see that too much, but I still want it as straight as possible. Okay, I know I'm way out of frame here because this is a long piece. All right, good. Okay, so that's where we are going to make some cuts. All right, yeah, I'm going to make some cuts. Now I'm going to turn this way because I am left-handed, so I need this space to cut this way. Right. Oh, shoot, I'm know if that, okay, that's okay. Hopefully that's okay. We're gonna see though. Hopefully I didn't go down too far. And then we're gonna do this side. And I'm gonna make sure I get right on that crease because I want to not be short on the other side. Alright, so let's test it before we do that, because I want to make sure we are good. Yep, we are perfect. More than I actually needed, but it'll work. Makes it thicker though, but it's okay. Alright. So now that we have that like that, I'm just going to lay that down a little bit. We're going to miter this. I need a ponytail holder next time. Alright, so I'm going to miter this a little bit. And let's do the other side. Right there. That should be good there. Okay. And then on this side. Alright, good. This is a lot. I don't want to use a lot of tape, so and glue is going to be a lot. So either one is going to be a lot. So we'll just go with the glue because the paper is not going to wrinkle. Thank God. And it's not going to leave an impression. So I'm going to do this one at a time. Because I need this. It's a big piece and I want to make sure it sits properly. Okay. Ugh. I lied. This paper is wrinkling. Oh my gosh. The other one didn't wrinkle. Should have used that one. Alright, don't mind me. Use tape so you don't have any wrinkles. It's not too bad, but I still didn't want any. You can work them out. Alright, that's a little better. Let me see. Can you even see them? I'm looking. Yeah, no, not really. Yeah, but anyway, good. So now this piece, because I don't want that to happen again, so let's go ahead and use some tape. Let's use some tape. Okay. And I'm going to put a piece here in the middle. Good. Tape. A lot of it. But it's working. Alright. And we're going to put this down. Pulling this tight. Don't want those folding edges. Yeah, good. Alright. Now even for this, you can use glue or tape runner. I don't think I want to use a tape runner on this. We will use tape, regular tape. And then I am going to, let me see. Yeah, this is fine. I'm going to have to use a few pieces because this is 1-inch tape, but it'll work. And probably put I put a 1/2-inch piece there, or even glue, since it's not a lot. I flipped it because my angle is there already. All right, now let's do, I guess we can do glue there since it's such a small spot. Hopefully, I'm just going to do a little bit. And I'm going to use my spreader because I don't want it to get bubbly in there if I can help it. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Pull that tight and pull it down. Okay, same thing over here. Let me take this off. Curl up those ends because I went over a little bit with the tape. And then we are going to spread this. And pull it over. Oh, that's perfect. Tissue. Tissue. All right, looking good, guys. And it looks like my plan is coming together. Now for the test. So we have this box. And it did not work. It didn't work. It didn't work. I think I needed to bring this in a little bit more. I thought I did that. Maybe I used the wrong one. That's all right. It works this way though, right? And what I'm thinking is, because it works that way, we will have 2 looks, right? So this look. I tell you, mistakes are design elements. They make things beautiful, right? So this was a mistake because I should have cut this shorter, right? A little shorter, and I didn't. So now that I didn't, it's going to look like this, and I will put magnets on the side so they have a closure and they stay down. I don't want the flaps down because I want this little guy to be on the top like this, right? And he's going to be the opener, right? So he's going to be, when we open this box, we're going to pull it open like that, right? So him on top like this, and he pulls the box open. That's what that's going to be. All right, so that's what we're going to do. Apparently that's the way it needs to go, because, and the good thing is these edges, everything is cleaned. Is clean, not cleaned, but clean. All right, and so let's do magnets. Do I have some somewhere? I do, right there. Let's put some magnets down. Yeah, you can eyeball it if you want to. I don't think I want to. I think I want to put them in a certain spot. And I think I want to do 1 inch up. Because I'm gonna have to cover this with like some sort of ephemera or something like that. Ephemera. Yeah, I have an accent and I be trying to get rid of it when I'm talking, but hopefully you understand. All right, so I'm going to use the hole that's in this ruler as my little guide to put my magnet. right there. Whoop. Okay, I was out of frame there. So I'm going to show you again. So I use the hole in the ruler and I put it on there, and it's 1 inch from the bottom and a ½ inch from about a ½ inch from the edge. I think this ruler is probably like 1.25 inches or something like that. All right. And then I did the same thing over here. All right, so now I have my 2 dots, and we're going to put our glue down right there and right there. We're going to put some magnets there. There's the first one. And the second one. Smear that around. But they're in the same spot. And that's what we want. So we're going to do the same thing on this side. Same thing. 1 inch from the bottom. Okay, mark that. And then 1 inch from the bottom. There. And mark that. Okay. And magnets. I'm using 4 because I should put some glue there first. I'm using 4 because they are tiny. They are tiny, if you can see them. Very tiny. And there. Yeah, I just made a mess with that one, but it's okay. It's gonna dry clear anyway. All right, so 2 magnets there, 2 there. All right, so while those are drying, I will actually put the bottoms on, the other sides on, because we will need that to dry on this as well. Okay, I was like, did I put one on there already? All right, now let's do this. Yes, and yes, perfect. And we are going to put this down. How are we going to put it down like this? And hold that there for just a moment. Meantime, we are going to get ready to put our snowman on. Now, I'm going to, when we're done here, I'm not going to do it here, but I'm going to touch up where the glitter has come off, and I'm going to add back the shine at the top of his hat there as well. And then I will come back and show you guys, right? So I will be right back. All right, so while you guys were sleeping, I went ahead and painted his top to make him look better. Okay, there's a hole there still, so I'll have to put something there. I'm not sure what it's going to be. Something. And then I cleaned him up where he was missing his glitter. Okay, so now he is all set, ready to go. Now this is our box. So this is what we've done so far. And I love this reveal. Stay there for a minute. I love this reveal. So if I can get it to come up, I need the topper because there's magnets there. So you see the magnet? And I love that. And it's like another box almost. And you have this sides that you have on the outside, like that. All right, so now we are going to put him on top, and I'm going to use a combination of glue and hot glue. Because it holds oh so well. So I'm going to cover majority of this, not all of it, but most of it. And I'm going to be generous here because I want to make sure I get a good stick on this. And my hot glue. Stay there for a minute. Let's put this in there. All right, good. Yes, we don't want to go down. All right, there we go. Okay. Put that over there, but it's okay. So either one can be the front. They're both pretty. And we sit him right on here. Try to center him as much as possible. And push him back as far as he can go without pushing the box close. All right. So he is sitting there nicely. I'm going to lift this because I want to go ahead and give a little pressure to him on the bottom. Right there. Right. And we can let him dry because right now he is looking cute, I think. How adorable is that? Yes, yes, yes. All right. So also while you guys were sleeping, I made the small box. Now the only thing I didn't like about this, because of the measurements, where this should have been a little shorter to fit inside the 5x5. So I should have cut this down maybe to 4.5 or something like that. 4 3/4 or something to get it to fit in there. Most 4 3/4 would have been good, but I didn't. And I also see that I did this at 4.5, I believe. No, I'm sorry, 2 3/4. This width, 2 3/4, because the width, this bottom piece here is 3. So I should have done 2 3/4. So if you are doing this and you don't want this big gap here on each side, which doesn't look bad, by the way, but you will just cut a little bit closer to the 3, maybe like 3 3/4. 2. This is 3, so 2 3/4 instead of I'm sorry, 2. Yeah, 2 3/4. Let me just double check. So I want to make sure you do it right if you're gonna do it. All right. So yeah. So this is 2. If I can't even see that. Yeah. So this is actually 2 3/4. So maybe 2 and 11/16 or something like that. A little bit closer to the 3. However you want to do it. I'm not really sure. Let me see. Let me see. Not 11/16. So 2 and 5, 15/16, so something like that, or 2 7/8. I think it's the closest. We don't deal with 16ths anymore, so of course I don't want to remember them. But anyway, there you go. There you have it. So the rule of thumb is just get as close as you can to the 3 if you want to do it this way, right? So this is what we have so far. So this is our small box. And I put the magnets on, and I think they are still drying. So I'm not going to pull it up yet, and then I'll show you the size in just a moment. Right, so let's go ahead and put our little man on. And he's got a lot of glitter on him. I'm just going to dust him off a little bit. Okay. All right, so I went ahead and cleaned up his little spots as well. Now, the difference with this one, which I didn't realize until just now, believe it or not, is, oh, this is not going to work, guys. Yeah, that's not going to work. We will have to put him a different way because his scarf is off to the side It's not in the front of him. So if he were to go on here, he would have to go on at an angle. So let's see. And I don't know how we can fix that at this point. I do not. All right, more to come on this one. Now I have to figure out. I'm kind of glad because I didn't like the way the box fit anyway. Look. So, but we will do something with the box. We won't destroy it for sure or discard it. We might destroy it, but we won't discard it. Yeah, so he's not going to work on here. I can't even figure out how to get him to work. It would have to be, something like that, which I don't really like. So maybe we have to do something else with this one. I'm not sure what it's going to be. All right. And so that is that. Let's look at this one and we will wrap this up. So this guy is drying. So I'm just going to open this with my hands here. And then now we have the reveal. So we have the box, like the top, like this. And then we can put it down. So you don't have to open it completely. You can just open one side, then open them like this, which is also kind of cute. And it stays with the magnets. Or either side. Either one. You open them like that. And put it down. All right. So at least the big one, the concept came together. I didn't see the small one with it being off to the side like that. So, but that's okay. So guys, I thank you for joining me and putting up with my shenanigans on this. But I will be back. Hopefully you found this really fun. And it's hard to, he's kind of heavy, so I don't want to lean him over too much until he dries completely. So I'll hold his head like he's a newborn or something. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Go ahead and subscribe if you would like to subscribe. I would love to have you. But if not, maybe one day you will. It's all good no matter what, right? All right, guys. You guys take care, and I will see you again soon.